And I think now TikTok is. I see so many edits of all these different. Like I just saw a Troy edit the other day, literally on TikTok, and it's cool because like as a nigga who really appreciates that film for what it is, that's one of the greatest films of all time. That's you want to talk about an epic for what that was and how they made it look.
They don't make epics like that anymore.
No, bro.
No, they don't make epics like that.
How that movie looks, and that shit came out in 2004? Nigga, if that shit came out today, produced by somebody, say Christopher Nolan, just because he's doing the Odyssey, so that's the first thing that came to my mind. Do you know how crazy that movie would look now?
Yeah.
They were able to make that look like that back then. Like, I've seen a Troy edit. 90% of that fucking comment section has never seen that movie. And they're all asking, what movie is this? And I'm like, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
And I know it's a
don't
time thing, but there's an
epics.
entire generation of kids that are never going to watch that movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's like goes back to what you were saying perfectly. It's just consumed different.
Yeah.
You couldn't make that movie today with it being as long as it is, as drawn out as it is, and it's all purposeful. It's not. I'm not saying that it's unnecessary filler. All purposeful. Same thing with the Gladiator. Like you couldn't make those types of films today. That's why I appreciate like Scorsese or Quentin Tarantino, guys who still do that because they know how to still grip you in that world, in that space.
Yeah.
Or Villanueva is somebody who's been doing it recently too with all of his big sci-fi movies like Blade Runner 2049 and shit like that. Like there's still a space for that, but it's very niche now.
I was about to say
back then, them big movies, that's what going to the movies was about.
I was about to say going to the movies with a blanket, something like that.
That's what it was.
This new movie's coming out. We about to go sit and watch this movie.
Yeah, these big scale movies. That's a staple of that time. Can't make those movies today.
And it was back to back. Go. It was back to back. They had heat. Like that was normal. That was regular.
Yes.
Heat.
That was the purpose of movies. You were dropping a long
all in that time.
So what I was gonna say was, it's how we watch movies now. We want to, and I say it all the time because he still hasn't watched the Batman. The goal for that niche that you're talking about, those people that really do still appreciate film for what it is and want to be involved in something, because it's more than watching a fucking story play out on screen.
Yeah.
If the movie is what it's supposed to be, you forget you're in a room with other people sitting shoulder to shoulder with you. Nigga, you're there. You're damn near walking around with the camera. Like,
I'm going home right now. Putting on. I'm throwing on one of these ones you were talking about,
bro. It's literally that specific niche. It's not a lot of people like that, but I think it's funny because we are that. So like, talking to the group that I be gaming with, shout out Mint Squad. The group that I be gaming with, they don't. Not all of them have that mindset of, like, they've told me straight up, like, 3 hours is way too long for a movie. And I'm like, that's the difference between somebody like that versus somebody like us. We see 3 hours.
I know it's gonna be
locked.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be.
I'm locked.
Yeah,
I
know
just
it's
said,
gonna be.
nigga, when they dropped the runtime for Captain America: Brave New World, I said this shit is barely 2 hours. Nigga.
Yeah, or
I'm trying to go get lost in the sauce, nigga.
We were just talking about the Fantastic Four movie. It's only an hour and 40 minutes.
That shit's fucking crazy.
It's only an hour
bro.
and 40 minutes.
I said, there's no way. Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn, and Vanessa Kirby, and I only got an hour and 40 minutes.
Nigga, they showed us. I believe it was Galactus, but they showed us a Celestial in that trailer. I need something longer than 2 hours.
I'm trying to sit in there for 240 minutes.
Yeah. It's the short attention span, man. They got to play to their audience.
I'm telling you, bro,
they have to gear it towards
crazy
their targeted audiences.
I don't want to like blame people, but it is the audience that's killing film. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
You go back to, some of it was warranted, but the amount of needless hate that movies get now, and like, I'm specifically going to talk about Marvel. The amount of needless hate. Eternals was a great movie. Eternals was a good movie.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to say great, that shit was good.
That shit was good. That shit was good.
And my problem with the hate watching from Eternals and what they did, what the overall consumer base did to Eternals, is now, me and him was talking about it. Now we're in a situation where in the MCU, we're dealing with multi-dimensional fucking antagonists. Galactus is in the trailer of Fantastic Four. Fucking Doom, and if you know how Doom moves, Doom is a whole nother nigga.
Yeah.
Like, Thanos is about to be looked at as a little dog now in the MCU and where we're going. We fucking need cosmic energy beings that can blow some shit up. We need Icarus, who's based off of the fallen angel. We need a Superman type nigga. We don't have him no more because y'all bitched about the movie. That wasn't bad. I don't understand. So now when the movie drops, when these new Avengers movies start coming out, and Sam Wilson with no super soldier serum is fighting a nigga from outer space that can mess with reality, you know what's gonna happen? The audience is gonna get mad. This nigga don't even got no super soldier serum. Not like it would matter. Why the fuck is he able to fight with this person? They were complaining about that in Endgame. How the Black Order was weaker. And like Natasha Romanoff was able to fuck with people from the Dark Order, Black Order, whatever their name is. Yeah. What do you think is about to happen now? Yeah. The X-Men and all these niggas, bro, Omega level mutants, bro, we needed Icarus in these niggas. But now we're not gonna have them. But I can't wait until y'all are mad that, what's her name? Yelena, Natasha's sister? Yeah. What's the actor's name?
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh's character. Yeah. I can't wait till people start complaining about her boxing somebody. This is what the fuck y'all get.
I mean, even in the Thunderbolts coming up, which looks very good. I mean,
they're the villain century. The niggas making people disappear. They can't fight that nigga.
Yeah, what? It's a bunch of regular niggas. Like
James Buchanan Barnes is not boxing that nigga, man. What are we talking about?
It's just a regular.
No, this nigga's putting his hand up and turning people into shadows. What the fuck is Bucky supposed to do to that? And then the way they're hyping him up in the trailer, they said he's as strong as all the Avengers rolled into one. So Yelena is supposed to box this nigga? I don't know, bro. The Red Soldier?
The Red Guardian.
The Red Guardian? Fucking fake Captain America? The U.S.
Hop.
agent?
My nigga Hop.
My nigga Hopper?
It is. Like I said, you said it perfectly. The way stuff is consumed today it does affect how people. It does affect how people make movies and shows now.
It sucks, bro.
It is very interesting, but for that, like I said, it's more niche now for movies to have so much of a world built and for you to really consume it. Yeah, like it makes, at least for me, it makes me appreciate those movies even more. Mm-hmm. Like what you talked about, like being immersed in something. When me and Zay first saw Dune the first time, we both at the end of the movie, I was like
gotta exhale.
We had to come out of it because it was just like it grabs you and it just brings you into this world and you just in it.
Went to the theater 3 times, twice by myself.
I was wondering why y'all was raving about this. I said, why did it take me so long to watch this movie?
The funniest shit ever. I
wish I could have saw it in theaters.
I said that too. I wish I saw the first one in theaters.
It's an experience too, and I feel like that experience for a lot of people, they
won't get it.
They just throw it away now. Like especially, obviously, COVID did what it did and affected people going to the movies. But like that's why I got a movie club pass now, because that is it's such a big thing. Yeah. And to me, you can always watch movies at home, and it's always a little more comfortable, but it's different.
Them loud ass speakers that are taking up the whole wall.
Like Sinners that come out next week. That's something I have to experience.
We're there day one.
You just have to experience.
You can't watch that on the couch, bro.
No, you have to experience it in theater. I mean, even when we go and watch, like the anime premieres, like when we wouldn't watch the Demon Slayer shit, or like what I'm saying, the JJK movie, like you have to experience that. Yeah. In theater. The first time we saw Infinity War in theater, the shit that happened in that theater was like.
Now, granted, that's a little different because it's one of those chain movies, so it's different. But brother,
but even still though,
we were to be able to say that we were a part of one of those theaters that you see on YouTube for the theater reactions and like people yelling.
Everybody
we were there because it was the weekend it came out, and we were in LA at the time. Yeah. So of course there's gonna be niggas there, bro. When everything was going on, when Cap in the train station, when they show him for the first time in the 2 movies, everybody's fucking lit. When Thor comes back from outer space to Wakanda. And then when everybody starts dying and like you just hit, bro. I remember when that nigga Black Panther died, some nigga stood up behind us, said he just got a fucking movie. How is he dead? And then everybody's tear jerk reaction to Tom Holland dying.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, that shit's crazy, bro. Yeah. You're not gonna get that at home on the couch. Yeah. You're not.
I could walk into a movie theater, sit next to perfect strangers, walk out and we all be
y'all talking, y'all all talking like.
How many times does that happen to us? Where we walking out of the theater, walking down, talking about it, and somebody's like, "Yeah, this, that, and the third," and we just start talking to these random people.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it used to be.
Again, though, what did I say as a joke earlier? That was back when niggas loved each other more, bro. Like people don't fuck with each other like that no more.
Yeah. And I think too, it's just easier to hate on stuff, to be negative about.
Oh yeah,
everybody wants to scrutinize everything.
Yeah, like,
but it's gonna be funny when that eventually kills everything.
I see a lot of people like streamers and stuff talk about video games and like how people just want video games to just not be good. Like they just, you know what I'm saying, or they want like. It's very muted. Like anytime there's an up and coming game, new game, everybody's quick to hate on it.
How much hate did Rivals get when it first dropped? And niggas was saying Rivals is gonna be dead in 6 months.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Rivals is about to be the #1 game for at least the next 3 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
So, yeah, you need to get on.
I need to get on that up.
Yeah, you need to get on.
It's the best game out. I haven't played a game like that made me feel like that in a while. That made me want to play that.
But it's weird that I guess the time we live in that's just how it is. Yeah. People are just so quick to. If it's something different or if it's something, you know, that's not the same, like when Joker 2 came out, people instantly, because it's more of a musical aspect, but the musical portion makes sense as to why it's a lot of singing. It's like people instantly hated it and all this different stuff, but if you watch it yourself, digest what's happening, see what's going on. Why is this singing happening? What's happening in these singing? What's happening in these singing scenes? Because those are important. How it all ties together, it shows you, and you have a different appreciation for it. And even if after all that, you like, I'm still not fucking with it, cool. But at least do that. Don't tell me you ain't like, because it's a musical. Okay, cool.